Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Tuesday, July 8th. Nice bounce back in the market today. We may be seeing the beginnings of the counter trend rally we've been looking for over the last couple of days. We did send out some ad alerts today, but they're to be considered small until we get confirmation from continued upside tomorrow. Big helper, as we said, was going to be the drop in oil. Was pretty much signaled last week by one of the crooks. Morgan Stanley came out and said the dollar was bottomed. As I mentioned, they are a hardcore oil bull, partly, part of the reason, the axis of evil that's pumped oil up this year. By them saying the dollar was bottom was pretty much saying a drop was coming in the price of oil. We're down $9. Everyone's high-fiving. We need oil to break 130 though before the real carnage comes. Commodity stocks continue to get hammered, which is great to see. Here we have the Dow 15-minute chart. We are trapped in this rectangle formation here at the bottom. Typically, this is a bullish setup. We might see a retrace tomorrow early before we continue higher, but I'm looking for a move. If we look at the daily chart, at least back to the 20-day exponential. That's at 11,700. And 11,700 to 11,800 is our target on this bounce, at least the first target. Then when we get to the upper resistance line of this bullish falling wedge, we can see if there's strength or news out there to push us back up to the 12,300 area. RSI, we're coming out of deep oversold levels. Same with stochastics, so the charts are looking good and the volume is starting to come back in, which is a positive. Quick look at the dollar continuing its rally today, and of course that has pushed the price of oil down, which is great to see. SMH, possible bottom here on the SMH, should be a big beneficiary of a rotation from commodities into tech stocks. Bounce target here would be a move, a $1.50 higher to at least 30.50 here on the SMH. RSI oversold. We had a nice spike in volume today. Stochastics also oversold. Our play on the bounce in the SMH is AMD. Pretty much just plummeted over the last 2 weeks from 794 all the way down to 5. A 38% fib bounce from this sell-off would take us to 616, which is also the area of the 20-day exponential. So looking for at least a 10 to 15% move in AMD over the next few days. RSI coming out of the basement. Stochastics also upturning as well. So for now, this is our play on a bounce in the SMH. You could play Intel or KLAC as well, but we can buy more shares of AMD down at 550 and get 10% a lot quicker. OPWV, Open Wave Systems, stock got hammered a few weeks ago when one of their employees came out and said this company was manipulating its earnings. OPWV came out yesterday and said the audit committee found nothing, that the allegations were false, and here we have a stock that just got decimated since that news. Also a value play, market cap $90 million, $210 million in cash, $250 million in revenue, which means we're looking for a bounce back to the 20-day exponential. So target on this one, I did mention in the alert, scalp target's 130, but there is no reason on a sustained market bounce here that we cannot see 140 to 150 on this one. Deeply oversold and ready for a bounce. NAPS was a trading alert yesterday. This is another value play. Stock was hammered 40% over the last 5 days. Market cap 53 million, has 70 million in cash, is cash flow positive. It just doesn't get any better on the risk reward side on this one. Target 130 plus. Again, you can see a common theme in some of these alerts that we sent out today, just a plunge off and the 20-day exponential being target. RSI, most oversold it's been in a long time. Same with stochastics as well. So this should be an easy 20 to 30% mover over the next couple of weeks. You know, we don't get it in the next couple of weeks, the next month at least. This is a stock after extreme sell-offs always manages to bounce, and you can't argue buying a cash flow positive stock for below cash value. And you know, it looks good here. Risk reward is attractive. SANM Sanmina reports earnings in another week. It's been basing here over the last few days. Target here is a bounce back to the 20-day exponential, so 135 plus on this one. RSI oversold, same old story. Stochastics oversold, and tech stock that got hammered in the last week and should be ready to bounce back with an overall market recovery. Sirius looking really good. It's been basing nicely here. Target on this one is still a move to the 230 plus area. We haven't touched the 50-day moving average for about a month now, which is about as long as Sirius goes without a spike to its 50-day moving average. Waiting on the merger approval, which should be coming any day now. Indicators oversold. Stochastics trying to break up over 20. We've got an uptick in on-bounce volume. Another stock that can bounce really nice in a market bounce. LSCC, an old favorite of ours, semiconductor stock. If we're looking for a rally in the SMH, which the charts say is coming, then stocks like LSCC should see a nice bounce back. Again, another 20-day exponential target play. That's up in the 320 area right now. We're just looking for 290. That's about 8% higher than here, and we can evaluate when it gets there. But RSI is the most oversold it has been since we've played this stock all year. Stochastics, same thing there. So another beaten up tech stock over the last week or so that should see a nice bounce back. We did add a few plays today, but keep in mind we're entering earnings season and also warning season for some stocks. So keep that in mind with your position sizing. Would not be going gangbusters here. Everything I've sent out on alerts would be considered nibble plays, and we can look to adding to our plays if the breakouts continue. Looks good. We need follow through tomorrow, and would love to see oil break that 130 level, and then you will see oil and gas prices plunge as the rats flee the ship. So fingers crossed on that, and that is it for the video tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.